The Huskers will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Figueroa. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will take the field first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. They'll go to the counter. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This team is an underdog for a reason, but you talk about getting off to a hot start, creating some belief. First drive and you force a turnover, this team's now going to have some juice, some momentum, some energy, and if they're going to pull the upset, that's exactly what they need.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the end route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing. I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing coming up.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, you know, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. The give to the back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it up. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Huskers! Fit it in the window for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye team.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it. Recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. So now on comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Figueroa. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Sends it downfield. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll hold it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time. Out on the perimeter of the field, still he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on. Big play. Takes him into bus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. Found a seam. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Fighting off the defender. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Firing to the right, complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Might be changing the route. From the gun. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing the ball because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, the inside give. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Rush is on him. He makes the grab. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Huskers are flying down the field. Defense looks as if it's coming. From the gun, give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. 1st down and more. Bulldozes his way through. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. Quarterback may change this route. Toss sweep to the left. Breaks the tackle. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
You know, you toss the ball to the running back to get him away from all the big boys, right? Like, stay away from the beef. Those guys get you on the ground with one meat hook. Do a good job tossing the ball in the perimeter. But goodness gracious, has to break one tackle, just fighting as hard as he can to try to get positive yards, but too many guys coming after him too quickly.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to get rid of it. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the
time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. Secures it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Here's a heat. Swings it out to the flat. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. What a disappointment. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. Ready to go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. There he goes! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Intercepted.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Under fire. Gets rid of it. Hauls it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Got his man on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a fifth. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Huskers are on the move. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. A little release to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Huskers will punt this one away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Looking to throw on 3rd. It's complete to the right. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Got his man downfield. There he goes. And he also drain that clock. Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the read. He'll toss it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Your boy KC is all over it, fellas. Here's a final between the Vols and Tide. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
It's complete. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Offense in a bunch formation. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Unloads to the wideout. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry. But they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country with a big...
Going for it all. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his man down the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Huskers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wants to fire on second down. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Quick strike through the air for the score. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get back to 5.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They're setting up the screen. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The defense calls a timeout, trying to get itself organized. Looking to throw again. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Defense didn't have the personnel it needed. They call a timeout. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Pocket breaking down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Working that left side now.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Under fire. He caught it. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog.
And he waltzes goes in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Figueroa. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Right on the money. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it on the left. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. He's not afraid to go deep. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Just a crushing mistake on the penalty wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. Here comes the offense on second down. Still looking on the move. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this to take the lead, and it's getting late. Smashes it between the uprights. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration of the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big